Hi guys, it's Ouchmomono. How's everyone doing? Good, I hope. I have another Zoologist review for you today, and it is Musk Deer. Oh yeah, another new Zoologist. So, this one came out in the end of 2020, it came out. It's the newest release. There is an upcoming one that's going to be in February. It's called Snowy Owl, reviewed by the way, go check it out. But Musk Deer is the one I'm going to talk about today. So first of all, I'd like to say that this fragrance I know is of some significance and importance to the owner, Victor. I mean, all of his perfumes are probably significant to him, but this one in particular for a couple of reasons. The first one is, this is the first one in a new, let's call it mini direction, or let's say mini collection within the line, and it's the soft musks. Musk Deer is the first one, Snowy Owl is the second one. So Victor is veering down a tiny little path for an indeterminable amount of time to showcase some gentler, simpler, just I guess approachable fragrances, because there's been many crazy ones in the past that I absolutely love. So that's the first reason. The second reason is this one completes, I guess, a personal goal or milestone that Victor wanted to reach. He wanted to have 5 fragrances in his collection that represent the 5 main animalic materials in the perfume world. So you have civet in civet, you have ambergris in squid, you have hyraceum in hyrax, you have you have castoreum in beaver, and now we have deer musk in Musk Deer. Side note, no animals are harmed in the making of Zoologist perfumes. So the nose of this perfume is Pascal Gorine. It's the first time Zoologist has worked with this perfumer. Sometimes they will repeat with a perfumer to make a couple of different ones, but this is the first one that he has made. Big perfumer, he's worked with Lab on Fire, Diana Vreeland, Calvin Klein, just loads. Armani, like one of the big perfumers. He works for IFF, so big deal. So I'll read you the notes while I'm here. Well, obviously while I'm here, not while I'm not here. So the top notes are cardamom, calamu, and rose. Calamu might be pronounced calamus, but what it is, I've smelled it before in another perfume. It's a root, so it's kind of related to orris root in a little way. I think it's more earthier though, and woodier, and possibly sweeter, but it's a root if you don't know what it is. So that's that one. You've got, the heart notes are cedarwood, sambac jasmine, labdanum, and patchouli. And the base notes are sandalwood, orris, so another root in there. Then you have Laotian oud. And the thing that ties it all together in terms of theme is ambrette, which is muskmallow. So perfumers use ambrette seeds to recreate the smell of animalic musks. It's a much friendlier way of doing it, it's a less cruel way of doing it. So that's what this perfume is showcasing. So I'm going to spray it on my hand again. I've worn this quite a few times now. I will say that this one is one of the, I guess, more simple fragrances compared to some of the other crazy ones that Zoologist makes. It's not a crazy loud one, it's meant to be gentle. So I'll tell you what I smell, and it's taken me a while as well. So the whole crux of this fragrance to me is cedarwood. You can see that it's in the heart notes here instead of the base where it usually is. It's usually an underlying anchor, kind of tie things together type of note. And really the opening to me is all about cedarwood. You've got sandalwood mingled in there as well, and the other prevailing note at the beginning is cardamom. And what happens is those things together, to my nose, create the illusion of an evergreen forest. So it's not pine, but it definitely has a cold transparency, and it makes me think of evergreen trees and coldness. So the theme is hit on the head here, because this is about Siberian musk deer that live in cold places, Russia, and I think it's nailed on the head there. It really is. Also in the opening, what comes in and out of focus for me is the musk, and I need to talk about the musk obviously because that's the kind of theme of this. I experience this fragrance in 2 ways. I experience the musk in 2 different ways, and I'll explain. The first time I smell it is in the opening, and it's dark. It's almost verging on skank. So you have this evergreen, cold, cedar woody, a little bit spicy, and then the cool greenness of cardamom with behind the whispers of what could be a really aggressive dark musk, but it never actually goes there. So you're fine, don't worry. It's not a scary fragrance, do not worry. It's not always there. It's only sometimes when I spray it, or sometimes depending on where I've put it on my skin as well. So that's the opening. This one has two distinct stages for me. It has an opening and then it has a dry down. I don't really get a middle part. I will say that for me, a lot of notes get lost here. Namely orris, namely Laotian oud and patchouli as well. I'm sure they contribute in their own way, maybe adding to this illusion of this evergreen that I feel, but they're not prominent notes for me. I think they're doing jobs behind the scenes. The dry down stage is where you really feel what I think musk is. If you haven't experienced musk before, it takes a really long time to get there as well. It takes about 4 or 5 hours before I get to feel the actual soft, furry fluffiness that is musk. And I also feel that there's a tinge of white musk in here as well, because it's a little bit clean in the base. So I feel like there's multiple musky elements happening at different times. The base is sweet as well when it dries. It almost feels like there's vanilla in it, but there isn't. But there is orris, which is quite a sweet note anyway. So you go from, it's like two extremes. It's like a stark change between them. It opens in the landscape of the animal, where they live. Think snowiness, think evergreen, think sometimes I even get tree sap kind of smell out of it. And then we end with the animal itself. So it's comforting, it's warm, it's cozy, it's a fluffy, sweet musk in the dry down, very pretty in the dry down, and very different from the opening. So once again, with Zoologist, as usual, it's a journey that happens. It's, to me, like two entirely different fragrances smushed together, and I like the journey. In terms of projection, in terms of longevity, this is a quiet one. It's meant to be a quiet one. It's the first one in the musky direction that Zoologist is taking, and having reviewed Snowy Owl, I can tell you that it's the same kind of quietness that that has. So overall, I like the journey. Overall theme definitely hit on the head, especially in the opening, considering it's about Siberian pine forests, and you've got a bit of the animal in there as well. All in all, a success. Longevity is great on me. I mean, musk is a long-lasting idea and note and things like that. You know, it's a long-lasting phenomenon, shall we say. So I get upwards of 8-9 hours out of this one, but like I said, it does take a really long time to get to where it's going. So cedarwood and that sort of stuff, the opening stuff, is gonna stick around a long time. At least it does on me, but as always, try it out, guys, you never know. Anyway, that's my review of Musk Deer by Zoologist, the latest fragrance that was released at the end of last year. Snowy Owl is next. Already reviewed it. Lucky enough to have tried it. Oh yeah, when it comes to Zoologist, I don't mess around. Hope you guys are staying safe and well. I'm Ouch from my note, trying to make the world smell better. One video at a time. Goodbye.